This is the Sakar Murli of the 1st of February 2024. Essence. Sweet children, forget whatever you have studied up to now. Go right back to your childhood, for only then will you be able to pass this spiritual study. Question. What are the signs of the children who have received divine intellects? Answer. While seeing this old world with their physical eyes, they don't see it. It is constantly in their intellects that this old world is now about to end, that bodies are old and tamo-pradhan, and that souls too are tamo-pradhan. So why should anyone have love for them? The Father's heart is connected to the children who have such divine intellects. Only such children can stay in constant remembrance of the Father and can also go ahead in doing service. Om Shanti. The Spiritual Father explains to you, sweetest spiritual children. Limited sannyasis renounce their homes and families because they believe that they will merge into the Brahma element, and that is why they believe they should renounce their attraction to the world. That is why they continue to practice. They go and stay in solitude. They are hatha yogis with knowledge of the elements. They believe that they will merge into the Brahma element. That is why they renounce their homes and families and end their attachment to them. They have disinterest. However, that attachment is not broken instantly. They continue to remember their wives and children, etc. Here, you have to forget everything with your intellects of knowledge. Nothing is easily forgotten. You now have this unlimited renunciation. All the sannyasis have remembrance too, but their intellects believe that they will merge into the Brahma element, and that they therefore shouldn't have any consciousness of their bodies. That is the path of hatha yoga. They believe that they will shed their bodies and merge into the Brahma element. They don't know how they can go to the land of peace. You now know that you have to go to your home. When people used to come from abroad, they understood that they had to come via Bombay. You children also now have firm faith. Many people say that your purity is good, that your knowledge is good, and that your organization is good. The mothers work very hard because they explain tirelessly. They use their bodies, minds, and wealth, and this is why they are liked. However, those people would never have any thought of practicing this themselves. Scarcely any emerge. Even the Father says that only a handful out of multi-millions emerges. That is, the ones who come to you. However, this old world is going to end. You know that the Father has now come. Whether you have a vision or not, the conscience says that the unlimited Father has come. You also know that there is just the one Father. That Paralokhic Father is the ocean of knowledge. The Lokhic Father would never be called the ocean of knowledge. It is the Father who comes and gives you children his introduction. You know that this old world is now to end. We have completed the cycle of 84 births. We are now making effort to go back to the land of happiness via the land of peace. We definitely have to go to the land of peace. We then have to come back from there. People are confused by these things. When someone dies, people think he has gone to Vaikuntha, paradise. But where is paradise? Only the people of Bharat know the name of paradise. Those of other religions don't know it. They have just heard the name and seen pictures of it. They have seen many temples of the deities, just like the Diwala temple. It was built at a cost of hundreds and thousands and millions of rupees. They continue to build them. Deities are called Vaishnavas. They belong to the dynasty of Vishnu. They are pure anyway. The Golden Age is called a pure world, whereas this is an impure world. The comforts of the Golden Age don't exist here. Here, all the grain, etc., everything, has become tamo-pradhan. Its taste is also tamo-pradhan. When daughters go into trance, they come back, saying that they drank subiras, mango juice, and that it was delicious. Here too, when people eat food cooked by you, they say that it is very tasty, because you make it well. Everyone eats to their heart's content. It isn't that it is tasty because you prepare it in yoga, no, that is just practice. Some cook very well. There, everything is sato-pradhan, and this is why it has a lot of strength. When it becomes tamo-pradhan, its strength is reduced, and then there are diseases and sorrow from that. The very name is the land of sorrow. There is no question of sorrow in the land of happiness. We are going to a place where there is so much happiness that it is called the happiness of heaven. You simply have to become pure, and that is also for just this birth. Don't think about the future. At least become pure now. First of all, think about who it is that is telling you this. You have to give the introduction of the unlimited Father. You receive the inheritance of happiness from the unlimited Father. Even your Lokik fathers remember the Parlokik Father, and their intellects go up above. You children, whose intellects have firm faith, feel inside you that you are going to be in this world for only a few more days. This body is like a shell. The soul has also become like a shell. This is called disinterest. You children now know the drama. The part of the path of devotion has to continue. All are engaged in doing devotion. There is no need to dislike it. Sannyasis make people dislike it. They all become unhappy at home. They don't make themselves happy by going away. No one can go back into liberation. None of those who have come have been able to go back. All are here. Not a single person has gone to the land of Nirvana or the Brahma element. They think that so-and-so merged into the Brahma element. All of that is in the scriptures of the path of devotion. The Father says, whatever there is in all of those scriptures, it all belongs to the path of devotion. You children are now receiving this knowledge, and this is why there is no need for you to study anything. However, there are some who have the habit of reading novels, etc. They don't have full knowledge. They are called corporeal jnani. They go to sleep at night reading novels, and so what would their state be? Here the Father says, forget everything you have studied. Engage yourself in this spiritual study. It is God who is teaching you this, and through it you will become deities for 21 births. You have to forget everything you have studied so far. Go right back to your childhood. Consider yourselves to be souls. Although you see everything with those eyes, see but don't see. You have received divine intellects and divine eyes, and so you understand that this whole world is old and it is now to end. Everything here is to turn into a graveyard, and so why should you attach your hearts to it? You now have to become those who belong to the land of angels. You are now sitting between the graveyard, Kabristan, and the land of angels, Parastan. The land of angels is now being created. You are now sitting in this old world, but your intellect's yoga has now gone there. You are making effort for the new world. You are now sitting in the middle in order to become the most elevated human beings. No one knows about this most auspicious confluence age. They don't even understand the meaning of the auspicious month of charity or the auspicious year. The most auspicious confluence age has a very short duration. If you join a university late, you have to make a lot of effort. Remembrance is hardly able to stay in some. Maya continues to cause obstacles. The Father explains, this old world is going to end. Although the Father is sitting here and you are seeing everything, your intellects are aware that all of this is going to end. Nothing will remain. This is an old world and you have disinterest in it. All bodily beings are also old. Bodies are old and tamo-pratan, and souls are tamo-pratan. What should we do on seeing such things? None of those will remain, so we have no love for them. The Father's heart is touched by the children who remember the Father very well and who do service. However, all are children anyway. There are so many children, not everyone will see him. They don't even know Prajapita Brahma. They have heard the name Prajapita Brahma, but they don't know what they would receive from him. There is the temple to Brahma. They have portrayed him with a beard. However, no one remembers him because you do not receive the inheritance from him. Souls receive an inheritance from their Lokik fathers and from the Parlokik father. No one even knows Prajapita Brahma. This is wonderful. As a father who doesn't give you an inheritance, he must be a Lokik, must he not? There is a limited inheritance and the unlimited inheritance. There is no other inheritance in between. Although he is called Prajapita, there is no inheritance from him. This Alokik father also receives his inheritance from the Parlokik father, and so how could he give the inheritance? The Parlokik father gives it through him. He is the chariot. Why should you remember him? He himself has to remember that father. Those people think that you consider Brahma to be God. Tell them we don't receive the inheritance from him, we receive the inheritance from shivbaba. This one is the agent in between. He too is a student like us. There is no question of fear. The Father says at this time the whole world is Tamo-Pradhan. You have to become Sato-Pradhan with the power of yoga. You received limited inheritances from your Lokik fathers. You now have to connect your intellects to the unlimited. The Father says you are not going to receive anything from anyone except the one Father, not even from the deities. At this time all are Tamo-Pradhan. You receive inheritances from your Lokik fathers anyway. So what do you want from this Lakshmi and Narayan? Those people think that they are immortal and that they never die, that they never become Tamo-Pradhan. However, you know that those who were Sato-Pradhan then went into the Tamo-Pradhan stage. Sri Krishna is considered to be even more elevated than Lakshmi and Narayan because they are a married couple. Sri Krishna is pure from birth, and this is why there is a lot of praise for Sri Krishna. They rock Sri Krishna in a cradle. They also celebrate the birthday of Sri Krishna. Why do they not celebrate the birthdays of Lakshmi and Narayan? Because of not having this knowledge, they have shown Sri Krishna in the Copper Age. They say that the knowledge of the Gita was given in the Copper Age. It is so difficult to explain to anyone. They say that the knowledge has continued from time immemorial. However, from when is it time immemorial? No one knows this. They don't even know when they began worshipping. And this is why they say that they don't know the Creator or the beginning, middle or end of the world. Because of saying that the duration of each cycle is hundreds of thousands of years, they speak of time immemorial, but they don't know the time or date at all. They don't celebrate the birthdays of Lakshmi or Narayan. That is called the darkness of ignorance. There are some of you too who don't understand these things accurately. This is why it is said, elephant riders, horse riders and infantry. The alligator ate the elephant. The alligator is big and he completely swallows you, just as a snake swallows a frog. Why is God called the master of the garden, the gardener and the boatman? You understand that at this time. The Father comes and takes you across the ocean of poison. He takes you across, and this is why you say, "Take my boat across." You now know how you go across. Baba is taking us to the ocean of milk. There is no question of pain or sorrow there. You hear this and tell others that the boatman who takes our boat across tells us, "Children, consider yourselves to be souls." Previously you were in the ocean of milk and you have now reached the ocean of poison. At first you were deities. Heaven is the wonder of the world. A spiritual wonder of the whole world is heaven. Just hearing its name you become happy. You stay in heaven. Here they show the 7 wonders. They call the Taj Mahal a wonder, but no one can live there. You are becoming the masters of the wonder of the world. The Father makes such a wonderful paradise for you to live in. You become multi-millionaires for 21 births. So you children should be so happy that you are going across to the other side. You children must have gone to heaven many times. You continue to go around this cycle. You should make such effort that you go into the new world first. It would not feel like going to an old house. Baba emphasizes that you have to make effort to go to the new world. Baba is making us into the masters of the wonder of the world. So why would we not remember such a father? You have to make a lot of effort. See this world but don't see it. The Father says, although I see everything, I have the knowledge that I am the traveller for only a few days. Similarly, you too have come here just to play your parts. Therefore, remove your attachment from it. Acha. To the sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the Mother, the Father, BapDada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dana. 1. Remain constantly busy studying this spiritual study. Do not instill any bad habits like reading novels, etc. Forget whatever you have studied up to now and remember the Father. 2. Live in this old world considering yourself to be a guest. Do not have any love for it. See it, but don't see it. Blessing. May you be an intense effort maker in the flying stage, who flies with the wings of courage and zeal and enthusiasm. The 2 wings of the flying stage are courage and zeal and enthusiasm. To achieve success in any task, it is very necessary to have courage and zeal and enthusiasm. When there isn't any zeal or enthusiasm, there is tiredness, and those who are tired cannot be successful. According to the present time, you will not be able to reach your destination unless you have the flying stage, because the effort that you have to make is in just this one birth, whereas your attainment is not just for 21 births, but for the whole cycle. So when you have the recognition of this time in your awareness, your efforts will automatically become intense. Slogan: only those who fulfill everyone's desires are Kamdenu, the cow that fulfills everyone's desires. Om Shanti.